Welcome back. WeArEuS, and this is Last Embryo. And no, I did not have to look at the name of the game currently on the window because for some reason this thing only plays windowed and not in full screen. It's weird, I know. But anyway, we have returned, and no, I have not forgotten that this game even existed in my library. I didn't forget at all. It's just been one of those weeks where I was kind of lazy about uploading for like 2 days and everything goes to crap. So, we've returned, we've finished the job. Syl entered the wide highlands and continued her way, looking around cautiously. Just then she noticed something terribly odd. There were corpses of adventurers and livestock everywhere around the highlands. The bodies all looked at her ruefully. I wonder if they encountered the orcs. Syl had no clue what awaited her in the future. It was advisable to completely prepare oneself for the coming battles while going further ahead. Maybe we should get a potion. Or 6. We have some rill. We have better armor than this. As Syl was making her way south of the highlands, a knight stopped her. This path leads to the towns of Valacia. We keep a vigilant guard here, so you don't need to worry, was what he said. Syl bid farewell to the knight and went back into the highlands. Alright. Apparently she has the ability to combo attack now. When Syl got through the highlands, she arrived in front of a forest. Apparently it led to a small village named Collier. The nearby area was still mostly untouched and there were no signs of orcs around. Let's get more information in the southern villages. And so she did. Welcome, traveler. We don't have much in our village, but please take your time and enjoy it. The orcs? I haven't seen them really. Maybe the villagers know something. We have a saying in this region. If gods show themselves to us, a certain person with special powers shall lead the human race. Okay. I mean, not useless, but not useful. Healing potions for 15 real. I could go back outside and get them for 12. That's right, be sad. This is an inn. I think we're missing some SP, so maybe we'll rest. Or not. Yeah, we're missing 2 MP. I'm not worried about that. Do you already know that when you level up, you're given more BP? You can fortify your status from the menu screen. Hey, helpful all around. The Syl came to the eastern side of the village. There were 2 people from the village vigilante group keeping a watch from a lookout tower used to protect the village. It seemed there was a large river nearby. When Syl called out to them, the 2 people looked down at her. Where are the orcs? We haven't seen any of them. Oh, I see what they're... Where are the orcs? I haven't seen any of them. Perhaps the guy who was doing the lookout yesterday might know something, though. The guy who did the lookout last night is at the farm in the west. You should visit him. Instead of doing that, I spoke to the gossip-loving villager girl. I heard the Oaks destroyed the southern villages. An adventurer from the Black Fangs told me this morning. Hey, super helpful. When Syl visited the farm, there was a group of farmers working. A young man jumped out and approached her alone. Are you an adventurer? Indeed, I've seen the orcs. Apparently, this young man belonged to the vigilante group of the Collier village. When Syl told him about the destruction of a village by the orcs, he turned pale as he continued to speak. It seems like the orcs went through the Morning Mist mountain path in the north. If you're chasing after them, use the western animal path. It's a shorter way around, so you should be able to catch up to them quickly. And so Syl did. The bright sunlight pierced through her eyelids and struck her eyes. Syl breathed in the cool morning air. As she looked down into the valley in front of her, she almost felt dizzy at the sight of the mountain stream that runs deep beneath her. According to the information the villagers found for me, it seems like the orc is around here somewhere. Syl looked for the orc, but beyond the bridge was an extremely towering cliff, and she couldn't see anything further than that. All she could hear was the sound of dynamic waves running below her. Alright, let's search around. Syl walked away from the edge of the cliff and started tracking the orc. Deeper into the deserted forest, there was a rundown bridge. It was missing some planks here and there. It must have been neglected for an incredibly long time. The orc walked onto that bridge. I found him, but is he trying to go over that bridge? Syl looked around the area, but there were no other paths. Syl carefully walked over the half-destroyed bridge. Syl felt relief as she successfully went over the bridge. However, perhaps it was a guard orc. When Syl realized it was charging towards her while roaring. I don't think she'll be able to get an attack in before this thing hits her first. So let's see what happens. Some guard he was. Looks like it'll be difficult to go any further without the enemies noticing me. If I get hurt, I'll use items to heal myself and go further inside. Perhaps because it was the effect of the last combat taking long to finish, the Orc King has disappeared from sight. Where did he go? If one loses sight of a target, it's easier to find them from a high area. Are there any places that you can climb? Let's search for a spot. I should be able to get another attack in. Ooh. After a while of searching, they found a barbican? It was reasonably tall and the ladder was still intact. Maybe we can find the orc here. Syl thanked her luck as she calmly climbed up the ladder. I can't believe there's an orc even in this place. We should be able to get another attack in. I I was terribly, terribly misinformed. Alright, let's find that orc we encountered earlier. Where could he be? I found him. Let's follow him now. An unkempt trail continues through spaces between the trees. The arrays of leaves created shades that blocked out the sun that was reaching the center of the sky. We're surrounded by cliffs, and our path is hidden by the trees. There's no way we can find him. A gentle wind caressed the skin. Oh. Still stopped walking. It was because she found an orc easily over 3 meters in height. Orc King, it's over for you now. Just then, a female adventurer jumped from the tree shade. She tried to ambush the orc with a sword in her hand, but... What a ridicule. The Orc King swiftly avoided her attack, then used a club as thick as a log to beat her down. This can't be. It was only one attack. The female adventurer's maximum concentration attack did not reach the Orc King. Now, I have a nice souvenir now. The Orc King stepped near the female adventurer, then stripped her naked before putting her on his shoulder. The female adventurer did not wake up. Just like that, she was kidnapped. I mean, we could try to help her now, or we could fight these 2 battles. You know me. He's dead. Next, wait. I wonder what this is. Which one should I do? Well, I could probably just come back, right? Hopefully this is the wrong one. Syl took the right-hand path, but the bedrock below was cracked and exposed, making it impossible to walk further ahead. Wait, is there a small footpath near the cliff? I'm going to go ahead and fight this fight. Ooh, a shed? In this place? I think I feel someone's inside of it, but... Syl tiptoes closer to the shed and looks inside of the window. The orc was kicking a young female Albaroon. It seemed like she is being used as a slave by the orc. Someone help me. Watching the crying Albaroon girl, Syl decides to help. Hey, you over there! Stop that right now! Syl reflexively took out her sword and jumped on the orc. Simple is and simple does. Hey, level up. And we got a new skill. Cool. Are you alright? Yes. Thank you so much for helping me, ma'am. Why were you here? You forced me to make aphrodisiac potions. Necklace from Alrunes works great as aphrodisiac. Aphrodisiac made from Alrune is sold at magic stores. It's expensive, but its effects have good reviews. I'm looking for people abducted by the orcs. Do you know anything about it? I do. If you take the left corridor and walk along, you'll see a cave. That's the orc's nest. Really? Thanks, I appreciate it. I'm glad to be of help. If you need any healing treatment, please let me know. I'll heal you whenever you need it. Hey. I think I'll take some of that healing now. Yeah. Syl continued her way on the cliff, jumping over the torn rocky stretch. Okay. I probably should have spent my BP. But this guy's dead in one hit anyway. While I'm thinking about it, whoops. The first critical attack that Syl learned. So it targets randomly and increases attack power and gives 5 consecutive critical hits. Cool. As Syl headed up a slope, she came to a fork in the road. The orc's footsteps were on the right-hand path. Maybe there's something in the left-hand path. Oh yeah. As she climbed down a slope, she found the skeleton of a traveler. The skeleton that must have been left out for a long time. It was terribly damaged. This is... Syl got a Fang amulet. Nope, this one. It increases my attack by 1. Ooh, that's 10 MP. That is a lot. Super expensive. Yeah, he's out. A spear nicked Syl's ribs. On the narrow, steep slope were 2 orcs, glaring at Syl as they angrily roared. I guess there's nothing else to do but fight. Syl pulled out her sword and ran towards the orcs. The guy in front dies first. Phew. Looks like this path leads to a cave further ahead. Wonder if the citizens were taken in there. It was dim inside the cave and smelled like wild animals. Syl prepared herself and decided to step inside. After... Now we go inside. The Cave of Orcs. When you first look at it, it looks like a regular cave. There seems to be nothing special about it. But intuitively, one knows that it's dangerous. It's rather creepy. One can say that any caves that have monsters dwelling inside could have such an atmosphere. Alright, let's go further ahead. I like the path that dead ends. We'll go with that. Unlike the outside, each of the internal paths were even narrower than before. The white fog that flowed from nowhere in particular continued to disturb Syl's vision. The pathway seems to go further in. Syl stepped into Syl stepped into a follow cave without any obstacles. There were mountains of animal carcasses left inside. I thought I just heard something. Just as she stopped walking, something on the ceiling ambushed her. Hey! all of them hit the one target, huh? Okay, I guess. Bye-bye, buddy. Aww. Decent XP. Still couldn't see because of the light fog surrounding her, but it became apparent that there were many black shadows wriggling on the ceiling. It was a swarm of bats. I need to keep focused and be careful. Sil vanquished all the bats flying into her and went forward. We'll take the fight. Something new attacked Sil. Are they trying to do damage to me, or what? Sil was able to destroy all the bats. Around her were corpses of what used to be adventurers. So we obtained 2 healing potions and 1 miracle potion. It was a huge room. There was a small hole on the wall. To make sure it was safe, Sil decided to stick a sword in the hole. It seems there was an ornament inside, but the ornament has been broken. Cool story, bro. After destroying most of the bats, Sil went up to the top of a slope that seemed to have a good view from above. This area has less fog than other pathways, and because it had a clear view, there would be less chance of being ambushed. Sil walked onto the pathway that extended north. As Sil felt the cool air that seeped from somewhere, she tried to turn around and go back. Beside Sil's feet was a glowing material. It's money! Woo! Such reels. Much nice. I would like to go back and buy the speed ring that's from the potion seller that sells them for 12 real, but I mean, that's really far. And I might end up getting a ring, or that exact ring, or one better. So instead, we're just going to slap anything that is located on this path. Sil's vision was filled with big, rocky stone surfaces. The ceiling was high above her, but it still felt claustrophobic inside. The large rocks that shoot out of the ground give off a great, oppressive feeling. There is little light and everything is dim. In such a cave, Sil found somebody battling something. Only one left. And that'll be checkmate. A group of petite girls were destroying the orcs. It seems like they are adventurers. Let's go further ahead. You're so impatient. You think that because you work at your own pace. Looks like they didn't notice me. I mean, let's see what this is. Sil came to a hall that was lit by phosphorescent lights. She thought she could go further ahead, but it seemed like she had come to a dead end. In the middle of the hall was luggage. Right next to it stood a person who took notice of Sil. My name's Shushu. I'm a merchant, you see. You want to buy some items? I want to buy. Yeah, I'm not buying that from you. I'm just not. I don't even need the potions. Looks like you have no function. Okay. In this cave, there's a monster called King of the Orcs. It's so strong that if you fight it from the front, you can never win. So then you should rely on your friends. Try to help other people and lead to a favorable situation. If you're defeated, I'll leave the rest to your imagination. By the way, you can mine high-quality silver ore from the rocks around here. If you have a pickaxe, mining would be a good choice. 2 fights. We need to get more MP so we can spam our abilities. I thought the 2 girls just got finished slapping something down here. Ouch. Much crit, very hurt. And we got a healing potion out of that. What is this? Syl came to a brightly lit hall. As she looked inside, Syl saw some people near the rocks. Well, the good quality ores are... The traveling blacksmith let out a sigh. What would you do? What's the matter? Well, I heard that you can mine high-quality silver ore at this cave, but I can't find any of it. Oh, goodness, you're going to help me? I appreciate it so much. First, I'll give you this pickaxe. Still obtained a pickaxe. You can mine silver ore by investigating the rocks. Just dig into this rock next to us, for starters. Alright. There should be high-quality silver ore within this map. If you find it, bring it to me. In return, I will strengthen your weapon. Hey, deal. Hey. Can I get a little... Yeah! Yay! Oh, high quality. Hey! There are 2 more. I guess we can't access those because the path is in shadow. But we finished the task he set before us. Is this the high quality silver ore you're after? Wow! You found it. Thank you for helping me out. I'll strengthen your sword in return. Here. There, it's done. Take that with you. Wow, thank you so much. Don't mention it. Now we're even. Just don't forget to equip it, alright? Well, I'll head home now. If we meet again, let us help each other then as well. Let's see. Ooh, attack plus 11. Ooh, so that's why we were doing that extra attack. Because of the effect on the Goblin Blade. Nice. Whoops. Very nice. Also, I need to check the Goblin armor. Defense plus 2 and max HP plus 10. And it increases... What? Get back on there. And it also increases my evasion. Can't hate that. This is the merchant, so... These bumpy roads are so hard to walk on. As Syl went inside the hall, she felt something coming from behind. There were orcs. Then Syl decided to... If I fight them now... Is the hiding option... Nah. There are too many unknowns about the hiding behind the rocks. Okay, that's some good XP. Still found a group of orcs. It seems they have noticed the intruders. Can I move around to another place without having them notice me? Looks like I can climb from here. I'll sneak behind them so they won't notice me. Sil successfully climbed over a cliff and snuck behind the orcs. Hey, that's actually pretty cool. 32 success experience points, and that means I level up? No. Most definitely not. We're close though, literally 4 away. But if I had fought them, I would have gotten a lot less experience out of that, so that's something to keep in mind. I'll have to, like, seriously keep that in mind. 32 XP is no joke this early on. Still could hear the sound of a water stream. It seems that water is running somewhere within this cave. The groundwater is gushing out between the crack and the rocks, creating a waterfall. Somewhere a bit far off, Sil could see a bridge going over the waterfall. It was a sturdy bridge made of brand new wood. Sil wondered if the orcs built it. There's a pathway further back over there. Sil went deeper inside. Sil came to a wide pathway. There was still fog in the area, but the view was good enough. It looks like this river is the cause of this fog. She made a brief comment and went further ahead. Pickaxe doesn't work on that. Alright, we're getting into the big damage numbers now. Hey. Where exactly we need more MP? The light blue walls and ceiling filled Sil's vision. It seemed that this skyless natural maze continued even further. Perhaps because of the water splashing from the waterfall, the fog flowed thicker in the air. Sil wiped off the water droplets as she turned around and went back towards the way she came. Whoa! When Sil came to a fork in the road, she heard some loud noises. The specific location of the orc's nest was still considered to be undiscovered. If there were people fighting inside of these caves but still didn't see any other adventurers around, that meant maybe it's the adventurers I met earlier? The fact that they were still fighting must have meant they were having difficulties. Should Sil help them out? Well, I mean, yeah. Sil went northward and hid her body behind the rocks. There's a lot of them, huh? We're almost done with them. I'm nearly out of magic power. I guess we're in an extremely desperate situation. If only someone could save us now. I wish. A large number of orcs were surrounding the bandits. Perhaps there were over 10 orcs. The fact that there were so many orcs meant that Sil was close to the deepest area of the cave. If she could decrease the number of orcs here, then it might make the combat later on that much easier. Either way, I can't leave them alone. If she was going to kill them all, she needed to act fast. As she heard the resounding roars from the orcs, Sil jumped in to save the bandits. Leave the orcs behind, you guys, to me. Oh, it was all the junk ones. I'll only be able to take 2 of them out, so rather than taking any unnecessary damage, we'll be patient. And we'll just kill the blue guy. Hey, Macarena. You know, I thought the recent attack that the skill that we learned was supposed to target 5 random enemies, but so far it's only ever targeted 1 enemy and dumped all of the damage on them. Kind of sucks. The victory is ours. A declaration of victory. The remaining orcs failed to coordinate with each other and were defeated immediately. The bandit and the magician let out a sigh of relief and soon said thanks to Syl. Phew, you saved us. Thanks so much. Thank you. You're our savior. The 2 of them sat down next to the lifeless orc corpses. See, here they're killing, but we couldn't kill the goblins in the other cave? They told Syl about how troublesome the battles had been, because the orcs kept on bringing reinforcements. It seemed that they killed a great number of orcs already. I'm Satyr. I'm from the Adventurers Guild called Black Fangs. This is my partner, Claudia. Nice to meet you. My name is Syl. I belong to a small Adventurers Guild called Victor's Sword. Oh, is that so? Well, thanks to you, Syl, we're saved. If you didn't help us, God knows what would have happened. Both Satyr and Claudia were given the quest to vanquish the orcs and were tracking the orcs down. Syl asked if they wanted to work with her, but they had troubled expressions on their faces. Well, I would love to go with you, but Claudia's magic power is really low. We're going to stay until it fully recovers. Once my magic is healed, I'll go after you. Syl pondered whether to wait with them, but decided that saving the abducted citizens was first priority. There was also the naked girl that had been kidnapped, but let's forget about that. She felt reluctant to part ways, but decided to move forward. We'll create a base camp a little further from here, so give us a shout if you want to rest. Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Now, what's this? There were symbols carved onto the rocks. The symbols seemed to be holy scripts that were beyond Syl's comprehension. I can understand a little of it. Claudia deciphered the stone monument. We shall grant the forbidden fruit to our God and our great king. Paradise. Give the foolish demons judgment. What's that supposed to mean? I have no idea. Yes. Give unto them the slashes. She does 200 damage. I think it... Nope. No, it was a crit. Including the orcs, the world is full of mysteries. It is said that God created the monsters and beasts that dwell all over these lands. How did the monsters and the beasts come to be? The existence of monsters and beasts is a miracle in itself. Why are humans coexisting with these creatures? It's an eternal mystery, isn't it? Why is she talking to me, the narrator? Once Syl went over the bridge, a stench struck her nose. She looked around to find animal carcasses everywhere. A shiver went down her spine involuntarily. If she didn't hold herself together, she felt like she was going to fall down on her knees. At the same time, a black shadow approached in front of her. It was an orc warrior in armor.
You shall not pass. Do not come any further. Death shall fall on those who disturb our peace.
Well, I hate this guy just because of what he's done to my throat. I am parched. He went for 2 attacks, but one of them missed.
Do not come near us, lousy human.
The orc warrior continued to stand on his 2 feet as he eventually passed away. A turning point has been added. Syl obtained 30 experience points. When you defeat bosses who are important to the storyline, you can obtain various rewards. He was a boss? Color me surprised. Hey, awesome. Can I get... That's what I'm talking about. What's going on over here? Nothing? Wonder if I can mine these bones. Nope. We fight all the fights around here. We may have bitten off more than we could chew. Which of these guys is the weakest? You. Aha! Suck it. Dang. That guy is really thick. Still? I don't want that guy touching me. I want more agility. We should be about to level up soon. Ooh. There we go. Move the cursor faster now. There was a woman strapped to the wall. She seemed to be unconscious. There was a corpse floating in the pond. When Sil looked closer, she realized it was the body of an eaten man. I'm sorry. I couldn't help you. I guess we can't do anything for the unconscious woman. The fires of the candle stand swayed to and fro. Someone's behind me. Well, we know how this is going to go. When Sil walked further, she came to a spacious area. The air was moist. There was a prison at the end of the pathway. It was a wooden prison with a metal lock. There seemed to be no guards. So we just walked on in. Ah! Help me, please! There was a girl crying and screaming on the other side of the iron bars. Beyond the iron bars, there were bare-naked girls stripped of everything, all pushed inside the space. They were probably kidnapped from neighboring villages. Seeing the conditions of their bodies, they were still virgins. Hang in there! I'll open it right now! Just when the girl answered in relief, Sil noticed something. There was a lock on the iron-barred prison that we noticed when we first walked up here, but apparently she's only taking notice of it now because I'm apparently the only one who noticed, and she's just... I'll find the key right now. You just wait there, alright? Sil couldn't leave those imprisoned girls like that. She decided to find the key as fast as she could. Could there be a key here? No. Something new. What? An enemy! York seemed to be asleep. When Sil looked closer, she realized the orc had a key on his hips. I'll secretly take this. Sil obtained the prison key. The door opened. The prison key has been used. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know how to thank you for this. The girls who were in prison gave Sil great numbers of apologies and expressions of gratefulness. It seemed that they were truly thankful of Sil. I thought I was done for. Thank you, thank you. I'll thank you for generations. Sil felt she was overdoing the compliments, but what came next was a bigger problem. They had to escape the cave. Oh, sorry for the late introduction. My name is Chocolate Trail. I'm actually a hunter and my weapon of trade is archery. Sil reflexively introduced herself in return. Sil told her she was here to save the citizens and told Chocolate to hide somewhere as soon as she found some clothes. Hang on, what are you going to do, Sil? I still have something I gotta do. She spoke and started walking. Sil still has unfinished business to handle. I have to defeat the Orc King, to avenge those who were attacked by the orcs, to make sure no more damage occurred, and to stop anyone other than orcs from being killed. I'll fight with all my might and put an end to this. I swear on this sword. Dun 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 dun. orcs seemed to be having a banquet around a campfire. They joyfully gulped down some wine and chopped on meat as they laughed boisterously on the blood-stained floor. They've let down their guard. They believe that no one would dare enter their nest. Sorry to interrupt, but your party's over now. Boom. Syl looked onto them with cold eyes as she flung her sword to decapitate a nearby orc. Her flow of movement did not stop there. The next moment she pierced through the head of an orc sitting on the floor with her sword.
Ha ha ha! You are.
The Orc King. He was an orc with high intellectual ability who could understand human language. He was the cause of the damage Okay. He was the cause of the damage done to the people in the villages. His thick arms had enough power to crush a huge rock.
Lord Dial, you must be an adventurer. Surprising to see you've made it this far. It's fine timing. I was planning to destroy the adventurers as fast as we could.
The floor and walls of the area were distorted. One by one, the orcs around Syl stood up. As if to respond to that, one by one, the new orcs arrived on the spot. The only entrance to the area was now cut off. Syl had no way to retreat. She was completely surrounded by the orcs. But even then, she was surprisingly calm. I will avenge everyone, Syl spoke out slowly as she held out her sword. I'll defeat them. You know, I have my doubts, because the merchant told us the smartest thing to do would not be to deal with them from the front, but to ambush them from behind. I didn't see any options for that, though, so Syl's eyes became sharp as she gripped her sword. In the face of inevitable danger, she did not have fear. In fact, she was filled with determination and pride to kill them all. I'll be even stronger. Like my master and my brother, I'm gonna get strong enough to save everyone. There were people she aspired to be as strong as. She couldn't lose a battle here. Master, brother, please give me your strength. Syl prayed as she held her sword out again. Immediately after that, she clashed with the charging group of orcs. Ooh, it's a chain battle. I could kill two of them. I don't know. Let's wait. Red, yellow, and green. We'll do it this way then. I have no idea what TP does. I'm pretty sure it's this guy. Next. Beautiful. Wave 2. I really have no idea what TP is. This should kill him. Nope. Ooh. Uh-oh. The orcs are becoming increasingly more belligerent. I gotta be careful. There's so many of them.
This is our territory. It's only natural that we all join the battle. You want to surrender? If you surrender, you can spare your life. But you'll have to bear our children for the rest of your life.
I'm not going to surrender. I'm still doing just fine.
I didn't think you still want to fight. I suppose you're being too lenient.
So slowly held up her sword. Why do I stand up when I should give up? Still understood her own feelings. That's because I'm irritated. Still whispered to herself as she weakly took her steps. Magical beasts and orcs live just as equally as humans. If we didn't harm each other, we could coexist. But the Orc King attacked people. He murdered men of the village, raped the women, and made the women bear his children. Wait a minute, people have to get murdered. I can't forgive that at all. The smile on the Orc King's face vanished at Syl's words. The orcs around Syl jumped on her to punch her repeatedly. Syl's body flew in the air as she took a blow to her face. Her nose became broken and blood spewed out. Syl tried to fight back, but she was beaten down every time she stood up. And such a situation continued endlessly. The orc's foot stepped on Syl's back. She was trying to speak, but her entire body was in such extreme pain, she could not utter a word.
If we continue any further, we'll die. Accept your foolishness and apologize. If you do, I'll spare you.
Soon after, the Orc King lifted his foot. Syl tried to stand up powerlessly. She reaches for her sword, but her fingers don't have the strength to grip it. If I give up now, those who died will die in vain.
So what? It's none of your business, no?
The Orc King asked. Syl answered, and with a large voice. I've made up my mind when I took this sword. I don't care if I die. I can die anywhere and that's fine. That's the life of a sword fighter. But
What?
I can't die, leaving regrets. Still concentrated her remaining energy and held the sword. She bounced off the surrounding orcs and attempted to cut down the Orc King. It was just then let me handle this situation. Chocula, why are you here? I followed you here because I got worried about you. I'll treat your wounds right now. Hey. Syl, please, take those orcs down. The orcs have killed so many innocent people. They have to be stopped here. I'll fight with you. Chocula shot some arrows into the enemy line. Booyah! I'll take on the weak ones. Please avenge the ones who died. Thanks, Chocula. Yeah, don't worry about this side. Orc King, you may be strong, but I'm not losing this battle. I swear on this sword to definitely vanquish you.
I see. Then I'll teach you what despair is. Prepare, wench.
We're putting an end to this all. Let's reset our positions. Let's see. This is the one that we really need to use. Lower his defense first. Then we guard. Next turn, we increase our attack. And then Bob's your uncle. Ooh, that is a lot of damage, buddy. Sil, I'll help you out. Your king is bouncing off the arrows with his club. He doesn't seem to be able to focus on the battle. Take this healing potion. Thanks. Macarena. Now, our attack is still buffed, his defense is still low. Ooh, he's distracted. Please, let us fight. We want to avenge our families. Perhaps it was the abducted citizens. The survivors increased in numbers, throwing their torches. Your king is swiping at the torches to avoid them. Seems like he can't focus on combat. I found a healing potion. Please use it. Thank you, everyone. I'll attack. These orcs just keep on coming, don't they? But I'm not giving up. Wow, looks like you're partying up here, huh? Perhaps we can join then. Slater, Claudia, you're helping me? We do want to defeat the orcs, just like you. I thought we could cooperate on this. I was so worried about her. Why can't you just be honest? I wasn't. Don't get me wrong. It's time we help you out, so... I'll take out the orcs around this area. You take care of that. Sure. Thank you so much. Claudia, put a speed-up spell on her. Got it. Hey.
Why?
Huh?
Why go against me? Why do you not surrender before power?
Because I want to live.
What?
I don't have a good answer. All I can say is I just want to live.
I have no intention to kill if you surrender. Females are important baby incubators.
That is not what you call being alive. That's just not being dead. Autonomy is needed to really be alive. That's just being permitted to live. It's no different to being dead.
You've got a smart mouth, don't you?
I'll say whatever you will. I'll tell you another thing in the meantime. I want to save those who are in trouble. I want to be a hero who saves people rather than the one that clashes in the name of justice. I'm going to fight back to you. I'm going to fight back until the end.
I see. Very well then. What an interesting little brain. Fight me with all you've got, human. No. Still more time.
He says, despite not having been told her full name. But I mean, that's neither here nor there. Here I go. Sil unlocked the special move Ice Moon. A new skill has been added to special moves. Ow. Not entirely sure we can stand another attack. I'll wait anyway. That'll do. defense is still down, my attack is still up, and Ice Move, an Ice Sword attack that Seal is particularly good at. At TP 50, Icicle is activated. TP 100 activates Final Letter. Ladies and gentlemen, Final Letter Ice Moon. Okay, I'll have to admit that is nice. That is really, really good.
That's the reason you carry the sword, huh? Well, yarn.
私の勝ちだね。また少し強くなったもんね。
We got a Crimson Crystal, and we leveled up. Super nice. I did it! We got him! We defeated him! I never imagined there would be an adventurer who'd defeat the Orc King on her own. Sure, let's call it on her own. If you all didn't help me out, I would have lost. You did lose. You had lost. So this is everyone's victory. Huh? Now that I think about it, where's Chocola? Help me! Oh. The Arcs took my clothes while I was fighting them. Can't you at least get my patties back? And thus the battle with the Orc King came to an end. While some orcs remained, their battle line failed as they lost their leader. The battle after that went all in the humans' favor. The human survivors fought with all of their might, their feelings of anger and vengeance fueling them. And so Scylla and the humans were able to totally eradicate the orcs. The humans achieved a great victory. And so we returned to the developing city of Alatia. I don't know how to pronounce it, so we're just going to make it up as we go along until we find something comfortable. I mean, Alatia was fine, but whatever. Syl was doing a report at the Adventurers Guild, Victor's Sword. And so, adventurers from Black Fangs, the kidnapped people, and my party cooperated, and somehow managed to win. Syl, good job! So what happened to those citizens after that? They said they were going back to their village to continue its development. Apparently, the Legion is appointing some knights there, so I think it should be alright. That's good to hear. It must be tough for them right now. But let's believe they'll overcome the hardships. God, this background has me really hankering to play some Outward, so I'm really eager to get this done and the editing over with. Yes. But it's peculiar, isn't it? What's the matter? I think there's a lot of these sorts of monster attacks this year. I wonder if there's something behind them all. With the Sun Festival approaching, I hope nothing bad happens. I hope so too. I'll make sure to vanquish the monsters so that nothing happens. I'm counting on you. Oh, yes, I almost forgot. This is your reward for defeating the orcs. Because you've done so much to vanquish them, there's a big amount for you. Oh, can I really take it? Of course. Please don't hesitate. Ooh, 1,000 reals, so we're really close to about 2,000. Looks like we have a guest. I'll open it right now. Oh, it's Chocola who can't seem to keep hold of her clothes. Is this the Adventurers Guild, the Victor's Sword? Chocola, why are you here? After I saw you being an adventurer, I wanted to become one too. I couldn't do anything at my home village. Seeing how I was able to help you with my archery skills, I thought there might be something I could do. Please, employ me as an adventurer. I want to become one that can save people in need. That's not a problem with me. Rather, it would be helpful since I'm always short on staff. Of course, we welcome you wholeheartedly. Chocula, welcome to the guild. Yes, thank you so much. Sarah and Chocula, welcome to the Adventurers Guild Victor's Sword.
And so, one story came to an end. People fighting in the world created by a goddess and inhabited by monsters. History is a repetition of wars. The girls were not excluded from being led by the Wheel of Fate. Or, I'm not sure why I felt it would be proper to replace fortune with fate. But ignore that, forgive that, and let us retry it. The girls were not excluded from being led by the Wheel of Fortune. What stories shall these girls create? The paths Syl would take, her journey. Let us observe them for now.
Three months later. Good work. You seemed hectic, with all that work this month as well. It's what always happens, so... Anyway, this is the last month I'll be part of Black Fangs. I'll leave the rest to you. Understood. You've told me about this before, so it's all good. We'll handle whatever's left. It might be rude for someone who works with you to ask you this, but... Don't you have something on your chest, Claudia? What? Your sudden departure from Black Fangs was unexpected. Sorry, maybe I shouldn't have asked you that. No, it's alright. It's not that I'm dissatisfied with Black Fangs. Because Black Fangs took me under its wings, I became able to live a regular life. And I was also able to have some money to spare. Adventurers from Victor's Sword is nice to me, and I like the city. Then why are you leaving us? I have to stop my mother. And with those ominous words, we find ourselves at the end of this game. At the end of today's video, I should say. I can only hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves and everything we've seen thus far. For those wondering, no, I have not installed the R18 patch. I'm procrastinating and being super lazy about getting around to it. Frankly, today is the first time I've actually thought about this game. It's the first time I actually realized that I had it in the past week, and today's Friday. This video won't be going up until Tuesday. I don't know how the other videos will pan out, but this one will almost certainly be going up Tuesday, so there's that. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves, and I hope if you don't have this game that you consider getting it. I mean, well, even without the R18 patch, it's definitely worth the time, and it's not very expensive. I think it's $12. I got it on sale for $9. So, I mean, if you're a frugal Nancy like I am, you could always wait for it to go on sale and pick it up then. But I do suggest it as something to pick up. But that's just me. And so with all that said, we will see you next time.